Welcome back to Sanctuary First. This month we're going to be talking a little bit about the character and the nature of God. Last month we were thinking about how God reveals himself to us through the Word and the creation, and how that shapes our thoughts and the way we respond to the world around us. This month we're going to be thinking about how God is generous to us all, and to put us in the mood of generosity, here's Dave McCarthy to share his own personal experience of God's generosity.
One of the things we're called to do, I think, as Christians is share what God's given to us. And in the West and in the North, we've been given so much, but it's easy to forget that. And I was reminded recently of just how generous God is. I'm involved in a thing called the Glasgow City Mission, working with the poorest people in the city. And we had a sort of old shack, basically, down by the river in Glasgow that the poor were fed from, and girls who worked the street would come and get help. And one of the big property companies wanted to take over this bit of land in order to build offices or skyscraper or something. And they came to us and basically said, we want to cut you a deal, we're going to build you a brand new building just round the corner from where we were. And they cut the deal, put up this 5-storey building, purpose-built, with rooms for gyms and computers and a kitchen and all sorts of amazing facilities that we never had before. And it hasn't cost the mission anything at all to do that. But it's cost the company that's done it everything. They cut the deal, and in the midst of everything that's been happening, they are finding it really difficult to do business, and have had to learn. I was talking to one of the guys that was responsible for cutting the deal with us, and he was just amazed that God had been at work through this. So there's now this building in the city centre of Glasgow that God has provided that is just going to be able to reach many, many more folk than we were ever able to reach before. So I think the other thing to say about that is, and because God's been so generous to us, I think it impels us to be generous to those who have less than us. It's our job. We're Jesus' hands and eyes and ears, and it's our job to make sure that they know how generous He is towards them.
Think about what Dave was just saying there. If a corporate money-making company can be so generous to those who are, a group of less fortunate people, surely it wouldn't be unreasonable to say that God is much more generous than any corporate company. If you think about it, the forgiveness of sins is kind of the most extravagant act of generosity. I now want to introduce to you some folks from Southleith Parish Church in Edinburgh, who are going to tell us just a little bit about their overseas partnership in Africa.
We've got a problem with water, and the only supplement that we have during the period when water is closed is the monopump. And we've only got one in school, and it's not enough to cater for about 700 people that are boarding here in Chipembe. So I think we need a lot of systems that will help us with the problem of water.
Well folks, that's all for this week. So in Griffiths, signing off. See you next time.